Hello, welcome to Monday Night Bloodbath, episode 18, where we're gonna make fun of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We're gonna talk about some weird shit going on in Germany and go over a bunch of debate stuff since that is happening Thursday. How's everyone doing?
Background.
What's that?
You forgot to change the background.
I did forget to change the background.
Yeah,
you know what? That's the first time I've ever done that.
I do it all the time.
Oh, I also forgot to play the intro video. Hold on, real quick.
Back it up.
I don't know why it played like that. That's not how it goes.
You mean the audio was super
Yeah.
delayed?
That was weird. It's like things are broken. Anyway, how's everyone doing?
Doing good. Got a fun week ahead.
We have a special guest tonight. Devil made me do it. How are you, sir?
Salam alaikum, my brothers.
Welcome
Not
back
when you
from
talk
your...
like that.
No, I'm
Are you all rested up and ready to return to the YouTube?
Well, funny thing is, I've told everyone I'm coming back full schedule, and I'm gonna be back. And the job. It turns out the hours they have me working, I'm not gonna be able to be on very many shows. The pub will still be around. We're still gonna be able to do that when it's late enough. And I'm gonna have to move Wrong Think to Tuesdays. Probably not going to be able to do Get Ranked anymore. It's just Wednesday to Sunday. Every one of my hours takes me to essentially I don't get home till 10 and then 11 on other nights. So pretty much when all the shows are ending is when I'm getting home. So yep, no more Thursday, no more ball busters for me.
Oh, I bet you're super sad about that.
Yeah, I'm broken. It's keeping me up at night.
Damn it.
No, I will miss everybody not being able to have the conversations and stuff. And hopefully this schedule isn't forever.
Usually they're not.
I'm hoping that somebody else comes on as the lower man on the totem pole and I can get to some better hours. Even if it's like I literally get home 5 minutes before the show, I'll do them. But getting home right when the show ends, it's not really feasible.
That's basically me with party chat on Saturdays. I get home and hop right on a stream.
Yeah, you'd run right in.
We do party chat at noon, if not earlier.
11:30 my time.
Oh. Wait. No, party chat's the one you do on Thursdays. I was thinking
No, party chat Saturdays.
Okay, yeah. Party chat is Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm usually busy on Saturday morning, so I run home and
do you work
hop right on.
Graveyard?
No, family stuff.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, damn, what the hell are you doing?
No, not work stuff.
Well, I don't know. You work IT, so you could be.
Yeah, other than when I have to travel for work, like I did last month, and I may have to travel once or twice more this year. Other than that, it's pretty standard 9 to 5.
Okay, yeah. So let's say hi to the chat. We've got Savage Dad already knowing the protocol here. No, we're not going to be on time. But you know what? I sat around and waited for Shock. I have no idea where he is. Was talking to him this morning. He's not here.
He's trapped between Nancy Pelosi's tits.
Probably.
He fell in.
Must be stuck.
And normally Static sends out the link like a couple hours ahead, and it's like 5 minutes forward. I'm like, you gonna send the link or what?
I forgot to hit the damn enter button. I had the link in the freaking chat, and I just never sent it. And then Steve's saying I must be a trans man because I'm always late like a woman.
The poster is insane. It's a dick.
And Kel knows my dilating
That dick.
schedule. So
this dick right there.
And then, hello, Paul. How are you doing, sir?
What's up, Paul? What's up, Savage Dad?
I think that's it. Oh, wait. Devil Duke is in the chat.
Hey, what's
Devil,
up?
I think you meant to say I'll miss everyone except Dermy.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And Savage says that Neo looks like an IT guy.
Oh, thank you. I am.
I don't know what that means.
Although
When I think IT guy, I think Chris O'Dowd and Richard Ayoade from the IT Crowd.
I've not seen that.
You haven't watched that? Oh my god, it's so good.
I watched Silicon Valley, but I didn't see IT Crowd.
Yeah, it's IT Crowd is a couple of basement dwellers working for a giant corporation. It's a BBC show. Absolutely hilarious.
I might check that out at some point.
And it was before TV got dumb.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So before we get into anything serious, and maybe while kind of like waiting for Shock to show up, let's take a look at this weird thing I found going on in Germany.
How very weird.
So women convicted of offending migrant gang raping receives longer prison sentence than the grapist.
What?
What'd she say? They have small dicks or some shit? Like,
let me read that headline again. Woman convicted of offending migrant gang rapists receives long. Wow, that's just like what did I see just yesterday? Something about I think it's happened a couple years ago, but something about someone exposing a crime was punished, but the people who actually committed the crime had no punishment. Yeah, just like that.
Sounds like Europe.
Freaking clown world.
So a 20-year-old woman of Hamburg, Germany, has been sent to prison after making hateful remarks towards a migrant who was involved in a raping of a child. The woman is just one of 140 people being investigated for making harmful comments toward the rapist. The horrific assault took place in 2020 and involved multiple groups of migrant men independently attacking a 14-year-old in Hamburg's Stadtpark. Over the course of one night, the park had become a popular hangout spot for youth during the COVID-19 lockdowns. The girl has been there drinking with her friends, but they became scattered after police swept the park and broke up groups while enforcing social distancing measures. Dude, Germany has Germany ever not been fucked?
No.
If you look into how it was before the WW2 stuff, it wasn't a great place then either.
Yeah, no.
How dare you call a rapist a rapist? That's insulting and harmful.
Yeah, she was all like, he seems very unkept, and they're all like, ugh, put her in prison, lock that bitch up. This is how a lot of Europe is. When you don't have freedom of speech, this is the shit you get. People are, oh yeah, I'm offended. Okay, well, that's totally legitimate to take away my freedom, is that somebody found a fence. How the hell is that on the same fucking level? Especially when you're dealing with somebody like a rapist, right? It's not like she insulted some like dude who's just trying to, has a small shop, and she's all like, that foreigner looks shitty or whatever, and it's all like, okay, that's the dude's a rapist, man. He should be getting his ass dragged through the street and freaking set afire.
I think rape is pretty offensive.
Yeah, you would think, but not in Germany. No, it turns out boo-boos
not
hurt more. Her feelings. Freaking childish bunches. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So this story is actually terrible. So confused and alone, the girl was defenseless against the first mob of 4 predators. First mob. What the fuck? The men took turns on the girl repeatedly over an extended period of time. They robbed her of her wallet and cell phone before leaving. Traumatized and disoriented from the first attack and having no method of calling for help, the girl was assaulted a second time by 2 more men who took advantage of her vulnerable state. Jesus Christ. Disturbingly, her assailants had begun inviting other men to rape her via their chat groups, gleefully sharing the news that there was an isolated teenage girl in the dark park with no potential witnesses. The child was attacked a third time by a single man, then a fourth by 3 more men who dragged her into a bush and sexually assaulted her. Finally, the child managed to break away and ran though pursued by her rapist. Eventually, she came across people who recognized her traumatized state and immediately called the police. A total of 11 men were initially charged. but 2 were acquitted due to lack of DNA evidence. The sperm of 9 men, however, had been successfully recovered from the girl's body.
And every
This
single
girl
one of
will
them
never,
should be,
ever be the same.
And every single one of them should be put 6 feet under.
This girl will never be the same.
I would line him up against the wall.
5 of the men were in possession of German passports, while the remainder were not citizens of Germany. So that's 6 out of 11. Among those charged, none were of German heritage. Interesting. The rapists were identified as Pole, an Egyptian, a Libyan, a Kuwaiti, an Iranian, an American, an Afghan, a Syrian, and a Montenegrin.
You gotta be careful with that one.
I got it.
Yeah.
The men had a team of 20. Where the hell these pulled together a team of 20 defense attorneys arguing their innocence? Do they hand out lawyers in Germany like free cigarettes? I don't know.
Well, they're the innocent victims. See, they're victim of racisms and prejudices, and
yeah. So anything that they do is perfectly acceptable to make up for all of the atrocities of being name called.
So we know what's going on. Do we get to find out what this woman said?
Oh no, because they don't want to put down that her evil. Like I said, chances are something stupid.
Here we go. Angered by the news of the case, a 20-year-old woman from Hamburg messaged the number through WhatsApp. The unnamed woman called him a dishonorable rapist pig and a disgusting miscarriage. She added, aren't you ashamed when you looked in the mirror? Because their information got leaked on something. Okay.
They reported her to the police for what? Mean tweets?
The targeted racist then reported the woman to the police, and she was charged with sending him insulting messages. This is
how is that wrong. A charge?
This is so wrong. Well, I mean, it's Germany. Like Devil was saying, they don't have the First Amendment. Nowhere else in the world is the First Amendment.
Yep. Nowhere else in any of those countries. They fake like they have some sort of right to freedom of speech and stuff. We're the only country that has it codified into our thing. Every other country, it's a fake bullshit. It's the same thing in a lot of European countries. If you cause offense, if somebody feels offended by what you said, you can be charged.
Well, I mean, Count Dankula.
Yeah, exactly.
UK is disgusting with that. Like, they arrested a woman for praying silently on a street corner. And just yesterday, I saw these police in the UK harassing this guy for covering his face to avoid public cameras facial recognition.
With Count Dankula, no one complained. They found somebody to make a thing. They no one complained about his joke. They found this rabbi or somebody connected to through some Jewish organization. They found him and said, "Did you see this?" And he goes, "No." And they go, "Watch this." And at the end they go, "Are you a little bit offended?" And he goes, "Kind of." "Okay, thank you very much." And then that's when they went and arrested him. They didn't have a complaint. They found someone to be upset solely so they could charge him because he was right wing, and he was, or at least they assumed he was.
Well, I mean,
What was this about? I don't know much about Dankula.
Count Dankula made a pug do the salute, the old German salute.
He was actually, he started off as a communist, and just like most people during the shitlord times, he kind of got red pilled a little bit and started saying, okay, maybe there's some, maybe this isn't the right way. And so he decided to make this joke where he's all, my girlfriend, now his wife, she loves her dog so much, Buddha, that I wanted to, and she thinks he's so cute, I wanted to make him into the most disgusting thing I could think of. So I decided to turn him into a Yahtzee. So he teaches Buddha that every single time he says, what was it? The Jews, I think, or something. He says some term. Every single time Buddha would put his hand up like dogs do to shake, Buddha would go and stuff. And so then he kept saying it. Buddha would be seen on the couch next to me, just be like, "Buddha, gas the Jews," or something like that. And Buddha would go And so then at the end, he actually put Buddha in front of a laptop and started playing like Yahtzee movies or whatever, like of the speeches, and like acting like Buddha became a full-on Yahtzee. And it was the most hilarious video ever. And like I said, it went around the internet, kind of became a little viral.
It became a meme.
Yeah, it was just it's funny.
Not seen or heard about that.
And now
that
him going to jail
dark but funny.
Yeah, and then about 4 months, I think, after it came out, like I said, they were shopping it around trying to find somebody who would be pissed about it to the point where they would say, "Oh yeah, I'm offended." And the second they found somebody, they went and arrested him, and it was this whole thing. Like,
they arrested him, and they had cameras on scene to do the whole perp walk and everything.
Yep.
If you haven't watched Count Dankula, his Electric Boogaloo channel with the Mad Lad stuff, you're missing out.
Oh, Mad Lads are so good. I like all of his stuff. There's the Mad Lads, but he also does the one where he talks about Celtic legends and stuff. Is real good. All of his materials just become really good since he kind of got his crew and his studio and stuff. It's just really, really good. But he's funny as shit. I've even seen some of his stand-up, like clips of his stand-up, and he's fucking funny as hell.
I think the first time I really heard about him was when he changed his name and it got locked into Twitter for a couple weeks. He named himself like Giant Penis or something.
Yeah, which is funny because that actually spurned off of. I know all of his lore back, but he was on this show with Jeremy the Quartering and Baring. They brought it back called The Incredible Salt Mine. That's actually
okay.
I originally started out before all my other memes and stuff. I was creating backgrounds.
You're creating tisms?
Yeah, for Tism. I was there's one where they had a Star Wars one, and that was mine. There was a Predator one where I made the Predator what's his name from House of Cards?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey as the Predator, and them as the people, the soldiers.
That's a funny one. I remember him when people got upset thinking he was a justice. That was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But on that, Count Dankula used to send ball pics to anybody who like was giving him shit. If you were on his thing and you were trying to give him shit, he would send you a picture of his balls because he said I have massive balls. And so that's how it became this whole thing, because he's all, I don't have a big penis, I just have massive balls. And so that's why he changed his name to Big Penis. Oh shit, I didn't mean to.
Okay, that's great. And Duke's last comment, I had heard about that, but I didn't realize that was here. Like, how can you?
Yeah, we did this on the show last week, or maybe it might have been a week you missed. Or maybe it was a pregame.
They talked about the one where they were like inside.
Yeah, they were inside
clinic.
Yeah,
that's when you had talked about on Bloodbath. But what I'm talking about was when she was like standing out on a street corner, like minding her own business.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was
silently praying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was UK. The one from inside the clinic, kind of harassing the people, that one makes a little more sense. I still don't think that should have been convicted of anything, but yeah.
Well, it's double-sided on a lot of stuff. Like they have essentially a park there in it's a famous one where you could soapbox. You know, people used to go and have their speeches and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. But it's a park there in London. And there's a rule that says you're not allowed to pray there. You can't, it's for everybody, so you're not allowed to go there and pray unless you're Muslim. If you're Muslim, they literally had like thousands of Muslims come there and do this massive pray. But if one person pulls out a Bible in that square, in that open space, they will be arrested, and they have.
WTF? What the heck? How does that make any sense?
Yeah, if God, just making Christianity punk rock, and it's fucking disgusting.
Well, that's exactly what was Sid Vicious said. He said the right is punk rock now, because they're the counterculture. All the culture and stuff is telling them they're bad for thinking what they thought, and so now people who are all like treadwives are punk. How the hell does that work, right? whatever. It's weird.
Yeah, it's so retarded. And like the whole trad wife thing, like I actually saw a very interesting thing about how like they're not punk. It's always been the most normal thing. Like that's how it always was until all this feminism got injected into everything over like the last 10 years, right?
Yep.
Like there was always stay-at-home moms. There always was, right? Like not everyone had a stay-at-home mom, but they were always there.
Yeah. Yep. It's the whole thing is shifted. Now the dude waving an American flag and freaking talking about liberty and patriotism and stuff is more punk rock than some dude who has pink hair and wearing a leather vest and has a freaking pin through his fucking ear.
Yeah.
Because dude is sitting there preaching the fucking same shit that Joe Biden's preaching. So he's not anti-establishment. That's what punk rock was anti-establishment. So when the punks like that become establishment, the people on the other side of it become anti-establishment. And that right now is the conservatives, which is, like I said, weird. It's weird. And I'm conservative. I'm on that side of things. And I think it's fucking weird, but it's the truth. And you have one of the guys who innovated punk sitting there saying, yep, that's how it is.
Yeah. Mr. Johnny Rotten.
Yeah.
So this woman's going to end up serving a weekend in jail, which is more than 9 out of the 11 other rapists or something like that. What does it say there? It's more than 8 out of the 9 rapists.
Disgusting. All of them should be
it's absolutely insane.
On a more lighter note, I remember seeing this YouTube video like 15 years ago called "The Grapist." Have you heard of this?
No.
It's hilarious. It's basically like a band commercial for like a made up like kids juice drink like Sunny D, and it was this dude who's dressed up in a like.
Is that the whitest kids you know thing?
I have no idea, but it's this dude dressed up like as a bunch of grapes, and he's talking about like, I'm gonna grape you in the mouth. Come here, kids. I'm gonna grape you. It's
I think that's a whitest kids you know thing. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. He's like,
the whitest kids you know, kind of like it's like a Canadian in Living Color from back in the day.
Could you imagine your kid grabs it off the freaking shelf and sits there and says, "Dad, I want to be graped." You're whoa, what?
What a line where he's like, I'm gonna tie you to the radiator and grape you in the mouth. Freaking hilarious.
So we were just talking about how like punk rock's gotten confusing, and like now they're the ones that are like saying the exact same things as the people who are in power are saying.
And they think that they're the, ones fighting the power. It's like, you are on the side of the power, you freaking idiots.
Right.
Rage for the machine, right?
So, rage on behalf of the machine is what I say.
Here is it. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez did a thing this weekend where she made a fool of herself.
God, I hate her.
And here is
Doesn't she do that every time she opens her mouth?
I mean, I'd hate hump the crap out of her, but I hate her.
Yeah.
She is an attractive woman.
Here is an exact example of what we were just talking about. The shit that comes out of her mouth. I don't know how easy this is to hear because she's got. I'm probably going to have to like edit this out afterwards because it's got Cardi B playing in the fucking background or some shit.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said?
It's hard to hear.
Be on my back.
She said, "Are you ready to win this country back?"
Oh, damn it. I was hoping it was the other thing.
What the fuck do you mean win it back? Who's in Trump right now?
Win it back from Biden? Are you supporting Trump now?
I don't know what she thinks. She's obvious. The actual look on her face right now is like, is that the right thing to say?
Well, like, if she means like the far left, they never had it. What are you talking about? I know she has this whole idea that like 80% of the country agrees with socialism. But no, it's never been that way. So what the hell? Yeah, even if you're trying to take it that she means the farther left than he is. it still would be stupid because it's never been that way. You're not winning anything back. You're hoping that someday they delude themselves into thinking they can do that.
She's just saying stuff to try and pump people up. Like that literally makes zero sense. The rest is kind of hard to make it out. We'll try and listen to it. I'll turn the volume up some.
Who is this rally for? Re-elect
her. It's for her. It's for her re-election.
Oh,
she has to do it on the podium.
What? The sign.
Oh, hold on. There's another video. There's another dude involved in this.
Okay.
So she says, "Are you ready to fight for peace on Earth? The ceasefire in Gaza?" And she says a bunch of stuff, but not once do I hear the word Ukraine come out of her mouth or Russia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about y'all, but I am ready to fight. Let's hear it. Let's real quick. Thank you, everybody, so much.
So that's just one thing where she just said something completely retarded.
God damn it. I hate that I'm aroused when she fluffs her hair.
And then here is the cringe. Here's the cringe. We're getting a little bit of the weekend pregame in this episode, and it's all AOC's fault. Get that. It gets real bad.
Nope.
So I believe this is the guy who might have set off the alarm. The fire alarm.
Yeah, it looks like
the
him.
Fire alarm guy.
Hold on, I ain't turning it off. Keep that going. Socrates, philosophies, and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these potteries. Lyrically for
He didn't know all the words.
That's the dude who, yeah, he doesn't. That's the dude who's gonna be railing her while the little ginger boyfriend of hers is in the corner.
Oh, look at that shirt. Look at this. Can you see him right here?
No, what does it say?
Democrat
It
socialist.
says Democrat socialist and some little white soy boy.
I hate that term because they're all like, well, it's different than socialism. Oh yeah, because you voted on stealing my shit. That made it okay.
And then we got what's his name?
Che Guevara.
No, I was thinking dude from Iraq. Fucking
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein. He does look like that. He's a fan.
And there's like no one there. There's no one there. I didn't get any other clips, but there's more. Like you can see all the people in the front have cameras. It's like a lot of press, and then like maybe 20 or 30
right now
civilians for lack
of a better
term.
Do you know where this was?
It was in her district.
Yeah, in her district in New York.
And
she goes to once a year. I'm not sure where she's.
I think she's the Bronx.
Is she the Bronx? The funny thing is right now New York is very much in play. Trump is putting money there because he thinks he might have a chance, which is crazy, right? I don't know.
It wasn't that long ago Giuliani won.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a while ago, but not that long ago.
Both the times she won, it was with like, I think 4 or 6% of the voting population of her district actually went out and voted. Like it was some low amount.
No one votes over there.
Yeah. Could you imagine that if Trump does take it and there is a motivation to, change shit up, if she lost her seat, how fucking pissed she would be?
It would. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That her losing her seat. What do you think would be more enjoyable? The tears of the 2025 inauguration or AOC losing her seat?
Ooh, that's a hard one. like because I touched myself to the tears of 2020.
I could just see someone putting AOC's face on that screaming green jacketed liberal.
Yeah, when Trump won, I swear that was the best time in internet history.
I didn't care. I was just laughing. I was laughing. I didn't think anything of it. Like I didn't have a dog in the race. I wasn't paying attention to nothing. But so like I didn't care. I didn't know how crazy it was, right? Like turns out I had buddies who did that were crying about it. But yeah, I had no idea how
guys who were crying about it.
Yes.
Hopefully not like literal tears, but like
no, not literal tears, but
loosely.
There's still a fucking ass chat about
internet tears.
No, like I because like I sasaid, that was a time I was there was the shitlords on YouTube. You had Dankulex that was coming up, burying. You had Sargon of Akkad. A lot of the people who were the atheist community had switched over, and it became the shitlord times. And there was them, and they were against Steve Shives and all these other ones who were the leftists. And there before they it became what it is now. And yeah, I was a part of that. I was watching all them and interacting online with that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, when it happened, all the cry videos and the please unfuck this now. He's going to kill all black people. It was so sweet. Like I wanted to sniff it, like just huff it up like cocaine. It was so beautiful.
Freaking leftists are like crying about stuff that's never happened and never will happen. Like the freaking idiots on The View are like, if Trump gets reelected, he's going to shut The View down. I mean, that would be a good thing, but that's not going to happen. You're a freaking moron.
Well,
I would vote for him if he just
power. How could he even do that? That's
exactly. Retarded. It's like, oh, what did I hear someone say this last weekend? They said, "Lord, please give me the Trump that the leftists see him as," or something along those lines.
I don't want Hitler Trump. Okay, I don't want Hitler Trump.
I wanted to pass a Karen ban. That's how you get rid of The View.
I was like, well, give us the Trump that the liberals perceive him as. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
So, have you guys ever heard of Mr. Reagan?
Like,
I know the
former
name.
president.
So he's a YouTuber.
Okay, no, I haven't.
I don't know if he does anything on YouTube anymore. But back when AOC was originally elected, he put out a video of after some research. And I just want to take this moment. We're going to play this clip he's got here. And I just wanted to remind everyone that AOC is nothing more than a paid actor.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is not really the Congresswoman of New York's 14th Congressional District. She is essentially an actress. She's merely playing the part of a New York Congresswoman. I know this sounds crazy, but bear with me. In 2017, a group called the Justice Democrats held auditions for potential congressional candidates that they would run on their platform for various congressional seats throughout the country. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's brother, Gabriel, submitted her for the role. Now, I've auditioned for many acting roles in my day. I've also cast many of my own projects.
That's right, he's an actor.
I know how this works. If you find somebody with star power, even if they don't 100% fit the part, you go with it. Obviously, AOC has star power. Just look at her. She's a superstar, the most famous person in Congress, maybe ever. Their casting was perfect. Now, I didn't have to go digging for...
He might be right there. Thinking about that, her being the most famous person in Congress ever, everyone knew who she was, even if you weren't paying attention to freaking politics.
Yeah.
And most people can't name their own fucking representative.
I can name other people in politics, but I have no idea. Like, are they in Congress or Senate or what the heck are they? And
I know more about how they messed my life up.
Unrelated to what he's saying, it's like, what the heck is up with this camera moving behind the set equipment? It's like, that's so freaking stupid. Back
in like 2018 or something.
That makes it look so much less professional. Like, what the heck are you doing? Just keep the camera, in front of the set equipment so you don't see it. That's freaking stupid.
Know.
This is like Chris Hansen to Catch a Predator type situation, right? He's got all the things. We're gonna bust him right now. It's very weird.
because they freely admit it. They brag about it.
Back in 2016, we put out a call for nominations. We got over 10,000 nominations. Out of those 10,000 nominations, we found Alexandria.
My brother told me that he had sent my nomination in the summer, but I was like,
They literally made a movie about this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean,
literally working out of a restaurant. I was like, there's no way.
A casting call.
yeah, I was gonna say she was
They
a
had a
bartender.
casting call. They
Well,
cast Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez
Just because they
in the role.
cast her as the role doesn't mean that she doesn't believe the shit she's saying. They just
Oh,
cast her
well,
in the role, but she could still be a freaking far leftist
They could have,
retard.
and they could have
you know?
sold her on it. What they could have just brainwashed her into believing what she believed, and especially coming from being a bartender in the Bronx, and maybe she wasn't really that good at it, so she didn't make good tips or something. Also, New York probably taxes the hell out of her ass, on those tips. But you can go back and you can find this video on his channel, Mr. Reagan. He's got the Craigslist ad in that her brother found for her to like submit her application,
Audition for
audition, like apply. I don't know, but it was an agency looking for people to be representatives.
I have a very important question. Was there a casting couch?
I don't know. So Duke says he met Mr. Reagan at the 2023 Vegas meetup.
Oh, nice.
As he's
see
saying
there.
that, I'm vaguely thinking he was there this year.
I don't remember.
Did I see Mr. Reagan there this year?
I don't remember him either year. I've been both, and I don't remember. I mean, I might have missed him, but
I don't know. Now I'm having like these weird like drunk memories coming to mind.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, but not caused by the collider thingy.
yeah. I got drunk enough. I think Big Bird tried to take my liquor. That son of a bitch.
Big Bird.
It might have just been you.
Ah, Jesus. I didn't need to take anyone's liquor. I had plenty of my own. So we got the debate coming up this Thursday. We're doing a big show on this channel. Devil was going to do it, but he's got this new annoying job where he's not going to be able to be there now.
Stupid real life stuff.
We've got a massive panel. It's going to be all the weekend pregame guys. So we got, not all of them. I think Fractured Filter is going to sit this one out, but we've got Duke Devil. We've got Dermy Wormy, who's going to be also doing his own thing. We've got Shaka Zulu, if he shows up.
Yep.
We've got Iron Oxide, his wife Selena, Tiny, green hair anti-liberal,
Professor Savage Dad,
Professor Savage Dad,
and Drew.
and
Drew Outstanding.
Drew Outstanding, and then I know I'm missing somebody.
Nope, that's it. That should be all 10.
My brother.
That'd be one too many.
Nope.
I didn't think Steve would want to
I
be
just
on.
counted them out on my fingers. I was doing this as I was naming them off.
And he still miscounted.
No. So, in preparation for this giant stream, I thought it would be good to go over some of the stuff that's going in the debate. So I've got this article from NPR, and it says, "Here's what you need to know."
Yeah,
And
what
unfortunately, I can't make this page go black, so I will sit here.
Oh, it's not no dark mode. Okay, I was gonna say, like, are we talking like Trump Biden debate or something else? I didn't realize
the
that was gonna
Biden
be
Trump
this
debate
soon.
is on Thursday. Here's what you need to know. So President Biden and former President Donald Trump will face off for the first presidential debate in 2024 general election on Thursday night in Atlanta. Interesting place. Isn't that where they had the water main burst? And also where they're trying to arrest his ass?
Atlanta?
I believe.
Is that in
I
Fulton
believe.
County?
I believe so. That's where the what's her name, Fannie Willis.
That's where the
That
mugshot
one?
came from.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember. Is that the one where the pipe burst? I mean, it'd be funny if that's how they try to get
I know
Biden
that
off
place
the
was in
stage.
Fulton County.
If they're up there and they're, oh God, we have to stop the debate early. A pipe burst.
So it begins a new phase in the presidential race, less than 5 months out from November 5th, Election Day. As the matchup remains extremely tight, Biden and Trump stand virtually tied, according to latest blah, blah, blah polls, which echoes a months-long trend of recent national surveys. The debate also breaks the campaign tradition occurring months earlier than issue and with a new set of rules both candidates have agreed to, including no live audience.
Wonder who that's in favor of.
Yeah. It's also the first debate either candidate has participated in this campaign season because Trump didn't need to debate those other fools.
Yeah.
Biden largely ran unopposed, and Trump notably skipped the GOP primary debates.
Largely ran unopposed? Like, was there anyone else?
Because RFK.
Oh.
Because
Was he running on the Democrat ticket?
He was, and then they booted his ass. They said, we're not going to give you any debates.
Now he's running independent.
I didn't realize that part.
Yeah, no, they said that they weren't going to let him on. There's places I think that weren't going to let him on the ballots, and like there's all a bunch of stuff. They did him dirtier than Bernie Sanders. So the event starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. Will run for 90 minutes. That last 30 minutes of Biden is going to be real interesting. There might be a lot of shots from brain dead Biden.
Here's the thing. Is if you look at him during the last election, whenever he would do a debate, they'd shoot him up with something, give him whatever it was, and they would get about 30 minutes decent Biden before he started slipping. He would be much more coherent and stuff like that. I think
he had an hour debate that he was able to. I think he could do an hour or two maybe, but that was very early on. I don't think that's the case now.
No, because
that wears you out.
Because if he still had the same level, they would use it on him during these press conferences where he looks completely incoherent, literally when he steps on the stage. I think whatever they were injecting his ass with has lost its potency, or maybe he's just gone that far gone that it just can't work anymore. He's going to be rough right from the beginning. They're not even going to get 10 minutes of him before he's starting to go and just look like a fucking dumbass. And I think Trump's going to trounce his ass.
Oh, Trump's going to trounce his ass no matter. He can have all the drugs he wants.
I would love to see a meme of Biden on a debate stage when he starts like going off the deep end and speaking incoherently, of like the movie Inside Out, like going in his head and all the people inside are all like,
yeah, going. The thing is,
so I think that's a partial conspiracy theory, that because notice how they mentioned how this is earlier than they've ever done a debate before. Maybe the conspiracy theory is maybe they don't dope his ass up and they put him out there just raw dog, and he's just a blumbering idiot, and then they're like, we have to replace this guy.
It's possible, but I also think the more likely thing is that every single news source is already getting their talking points, and the talking point is going to be, look at Trump, how much of a bully he is. They're going to be sitting there, even though they say that Biden is completely, he's all there. Nothing's missing. You guys are just, trying to make a narrative to hurt this man. The first thing that's going to come out all their mouth is, look how mean Trump is. He's bullying Biden. Biden's being a presidential. And
which is retarded because Biden tried to do the bully thing too. He's just not funny like Trump is.
He's not.
Like Biden totally tried to do the tough guy bully act.
Yeah, I'll take him out behind the woodshed.
Wait, what?
He said he'd take Trump out behind the woodshed.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And do what?
Beg him not to kick his ass.
I'm wondering if this debate is going to be, was it the last time they debated where it was basically Trump versus the moderator and not actually Trump versus Biden?
Okay, so perfect. So we've said it's going to be 90 minutes. And then here it says it will be moderated by CNN's Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. Keep that in mind. We'll get back to them later.
I've heard the name Jake Tapper. I don't know Dana Bash.
Yeah, you'll recognize her. You'll probably recognize her.
Kind of sound like porn names, right? Jake Tapper,
And
Dana Bash.
right. You're absolutely right. Wow. So the debate will be available on CNN and most streaming platforms, Max, formerly known as HBO. Viewers without a cable login can watch on CNN's website, which I bookmarked earlier today, so we can do that for Thursday. You can follow NPR's live blog. Who cares if live? Could you imagine reading a live blog for a debate?
Oh God!
Oh my gosh, that'd probably be worse than trying to read the play-by-play thing on a football game or something online because you can't watch it. You're just like on NFL.com watching the play-by-play.
You could use that to chase people away. Like if you needed to clear out your like apartment after a party, you just put that on. Oh yeah, time to go home.
Also going to be live tweeting it.
So who will be there? Biden and Trump are the only presidential candidates who qualify for the debate stage. Independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. failed to meet the threshold, which required candidates poll at 15% or higher. This is horseshit. This is fucking gatekeeping, and this is horseshit. I don't care for RFK. I like his big pharma thing. I'd like to see Trump be all like, here you go. Here's the FDA, dude. You know, fucking have at it. Fuck these people. But like, this is gatekeeping and this is wrong. This dude is running for president and he's making a little bit of noise. He should be on the stage. How this debate is different from those in the past. Typically, presidential debates occur in front of a live audience, often in an event space on a college or university campus, and are coordinated by the Bipartisan Commission of Presidential Debates.
Giant, really bipartisan?
Not.
No. It's I don't remember the details, but I remember that got exposed pretty good last go around.
Yeah, so this bipartisan committee is basically the same as like the Socialist Republic of whatever.
I think it's like 7 people and 5 of them are Democrats and 2 are Republicans. So like every single time anything's brought up, they just get outvoted. So yeah, it's not bipartisan, not even close.
Yeah. Well, now I know who the one Biden vote is on the poll in the chat. I just used that to try and get people to hit the thumbs up button, Steve. So, but not this year. Both candidates have said they will not participate in the CPD's previously scheduled and announced debates, lobbying for earlier matchups. Instead, Biden and Trump will take part in Thursday's debate on CNN and a second in September hosted by ABC News, which ABC News, we'll talk about that later. Biden and Trump have agreed to the following rules. Microphones will be muted unless a candidate directed to speak. I just remembered one of my rules for the drinking game for Thursday. Joe Biden gets muted on the mic, double shot.
He'll never be. They'll somehow.
How many times do you think that they're gonna let Biden speak past his time, and then as soon as Trump is done, the time is up. Even if he's stopped talking or not done talking, they're gonna immediately mute him.
The reason they're doing that is because anyone will tell you that debates are won and lost generally by little moments, little parts that people remember. Like when she goes, "Lucky you're not in charge of the justice system," he goes, "because you'd be locked up." Everyone remembers that from the debate with frickin' Hillary Clinton. That was a moment that everyone took away from that. Same thing with Reagan, where he said age before beauty or something. That was a same thing. It was a moment that people went, and it sticks with people. Yeah, that's why they want to control that, because that's where Trump is the best. Is somebody will say something and he will have a snappy comeback or some smart ass thing that will make everyone go, "Oh, damn." And they want to stop that. So that's why they're going to mute him every single time, because they know if they give him a moment, it's going to be the thing everyone's talking about for a month. And instead, they're going to be talking about how they didn't let Trump speak, essentially. But they don't want him to have a moment. That's all it is.
That's a great point. I hadn't thought about that. I have something to mention on this one.
So candidates are not allowed to bring pre-written notes or props. They will receive a pen and paper as well as a bottle of water.
So no pulling out tweets in the middle of a town hall. Yeah. That was so great.
Biden's going to have a bottle of speed.
He's gonna Coke. He's gonna have the old Coke formula. A coin toss. So listen to this. So I knew that Trump had won the chance to he gets to deliver the closing statement, but I didn't know it was because of this. A coin toss determined podium positions and the order of closing statements. According to CNN, Biden's campaign won the coin toss and chose the podium to the viewer's right. As a result, the Trump team chose to deliver the final closing statement. Do you choose? What do you want? Do you want to choose what side of the stage you stand on, or do you want to choose which order you give your closing statement?
This makes no
Closing
sense.
statement.
Yeah, everyone said that is the stupidest choice. How could he possibly choose the podium? I think it's because the sniper has a better aim at the other podium. That's a joke. That's a joke, people.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. But no, I just can't believe he made that choice. That is the stupidest thing.
And those are the people that are running his administration that made that choice. We all know Biden's
handlers.
We all know Biden's a puppet. As a matter of fact, there was a leak of a debate preview. I will share that after we wrap this bit up here.
Yeah. Weekend at Bernie's, more like 4 years at Biden's.
Well, they needed to have Obama's hand up his ass, and Obama works better controlling his puppet with his other hand, so that's why they chose that side of the stage.
Okay, so the rest of this is like what to expect from the debate. Don't care. Just wanted to go over the rules and everything. Let me bring that.
Of course, that next paragraph. Of course, Trump, who was just found guilty of 34 charges. It's like, of what?
Yeah. No one knows. So here is the leaked.
Of course, you got to bring
debate
that up.
Preview.
I freaking love Jeff Dunham. He's great.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. I got hairy legs.
God. Walter the puppet looks exactly
I know.
like Biden.
I know. That was one of the first things when I saw after Biden had got elected. I was like, wait, he looks like that.
He does. Walter's a great puppet. And it's great that Jeff Dunham pokes fun at both sides.
And Jeff Dunham is one of those guys. You have all these celebrity comics who, like, for 2 years, some of them get this like mark in their career where for 2 years they were the most successful comic in the world, and that was Jeff Dunham for that Spark of Insanity, I think it was called.
Yes,
whatever
it was.
That played like on a loop on Comedy Central for like 2 years. Everyone was quoting "I'll kill you" and shit. And now I don't really see anything from him. When we were in Vegas, he was playing. I think that's where he is now.
He's got a residency there.
But for 2 years,
that's what happens when you get those. When you hit those 2 years, you get a permanent job in Vegas.
Yep.
Unless your name's Dane Cook.
What happened to that guy?
Who knows? But yeah, same thing. Dane Cook for 2 years there. He was he's so funny and had all those movie opportunities and stuff. And yet now he's gone, which is kind of weird.
This is funny. There's a reason why El Chapo is locked up. The government controls all the coke now. Oddly enough, I saw an article where like some people found like a random 400 bricks of coke scattered across the coast of Florida. Like something like $400 million worth of coke over like a period of weeks that they just found these random bricks all up the shoreline.
Don't you kind of wish you were down there vacationing at that time?
Hopefully there's no bears around.
Well, so someone just found one, like just randomly found one in kind of like a forested area. And so we called them and let them know. And then it led to this whole thing where they just found a ton of them. They found like there was a bunch like floating off the coast on some raft or something. Like, Coke's going to get more expensive here. Sorry, Mr. Ricade.
Go down to Florida on a vacation.
These smugglers don't take good inventory.
Or go down to Florida for your vacation. You live in a trailer park. You come back.
Cocaine bear.
Yeah, well, that's why I said a minute ago. I was like, hopefully there's no bears around. But man,
no, that's why they did that cocaine shark. Like they were talking about how all the drugs that these the little mini submarines and the fast boats and stuff that all the cartels are using to bring over the cocaine. When they see the Coast Guard, or if they even think they're being followed by the Coast Guard, they just throw the shit out. They cut it open and throw it out and get rid of it as quickly as they can. And so they said all the sharks love to follow boats because they assume that shit's going to fall off of it, especially like cruise ships and stuff. And so they would throw these things out, like these red bags of tape wrapped up coke type thing, and sharks would come swimming through it and check it out. And all the sharks, they said, were like getting addicted to cocaine and looking for these bags.
Wow.
Coked up shark, all like freaking.
Because I know after Cocaine Bear came out, there was a couple other like B movie cocaine animal movies. I think Cocaine Shark was one of them. But yeah, dropping the drugs like Han Solo dropping the spice when getting chased by the Imperials.
Yeah. So CNN's hosting the debate. We've got a clip that came out from this morning of CNN talking with the Trump spokeswoman. And let's see how this conversation goes.
It takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking
Trump
my
to Adolf Hitler.
Did you hear that? Were you able to hear that before she was so rudely interrupted?
Who are these people?
So this person here on the left is the CNN correspondent chick, and this is Caroline Leavitt, the 2024 National Press Secretary right now, I guess.
To be fair, I was staring at their cleavage. I'm sorry, I missed everything else.
Wait, press secretary? Isn't it the gay black lady?
No. This is for Trump. This is Trump's spokesperson over here.
Oh, okay.
She's here. So you see Biden and Trump prepare for CNN debate. She's here talking about what Trump's doing to prepare for the debate, right? Because Biden's down in Camp David, and they're working on the cocktail for him. So let me start this over.
Yeah. It takes someone 5 minutes.
Now, okay, I'm gonna start over again. What I'm gonna ask you to do is try and focus on what the better looking blonde is saying, while the dumb one is trying to interrupt her. Try to focus on her words.
It takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently
stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking
Trump
my
to Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am,
So she said it would take 5 seconds for anyone to run a Google search for Donald Trump, Jake Tapper, affiliating him with, as she says, Adolf Filter, because she was being interrupted. But now we'll let the rest of this play out.
I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about.
It's not an attack.
It's not an attack if it's
the
fact.
truth.
Yeah,
stating facts is not an attack.
I'd be like, dumb bitch, go right over there right now and fucking Google it, Chitardo.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf,
and
I am willing to have this conversation.
And Jake Tapper, you blame.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome.
Unless you say something we don't like.
She's welcome to say the things that I want her to say.
Yeah.
So
I would never be in fucking media if I had to make myself look that fucking stupid.
You're not allowed to attack my client by stating the fact that they attacked my client first. That's not an attack. God,
yeah, like I said, to the left and to the media, facts are attacking.
Yeah, it's like like the people who are like, if you're attacking pedophiles, that's an attack against like the alphabet community. It's like, what an odd thing to say.
Oh,
like,
God.
why are you correlating the two?
Why
I didn't
did that come back up
them
this weekend? Like, that came back up this week. What happened? Oh, something. No, it wasn't Louisiana. Was it Louisiana? Something happened where, like, you guys are attacking the gays. It's like, no, that was for the pedos. Like,
attacking pedophiles. A lot of times there's an overlap, but we're not stating that they are the same thing. But it seems like you are.
So since that woman was trying to make a point across and CNN shut her down, the internet did what the internet does. And we've got clips of Jake Tapper calling. Is
that this guy here?
Yep, this is Jake Tapper. He is one of the moderators for the CNN debates. He's always every year he seems to be a moderator. He was there in 2020. I can't say for 2016.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was, though.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen his face before, but I've seen his name, so now I can correlate the two.
So let's see what he thinks of Donald Trump.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. Donald Trump, a couple times over the weekend, referred to immigrants from South America, Africa, and Asia. He did not mention Europe. South America, Africa, and Asia as, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, which it's not hyperbole. That does very directly echo Adolf Hitler's language before World War II. Open up
Did he conveniently leave off the illegal immigrant part?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah. Of course, because he's conflating the two, like we talk about often on this show.
I don't have the clip, but there's a clip out there where Joy Reid's talking to people. There's like a panel, and someone calls them illegal aliens, and Joy Reid says, "We don't call them that." She says, "We don't." She says, "We don't call them that," and then I believe the exact word were, "We don't use that word."
How dare you say a non-PC term for freaking criminals?
More CNN. That's more CNN. So let's finish this off.
Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly.
So there he is, getting caught red-handed. We've all known that anyone paying attention is aware of this. Anyone paying attention to the Trump stuff is aware of how much the media likes to lie. There's how much the media likes to lie, and then there's how much the media likes to lie about Trump. That it's like it reaches other levels.
They got a real strong hate boner for him.
And I forgot how bad it was.
Well, it's like I've said, when he called them fake news, and when in his first election, when he said fake news and that the media is the enemy of the people, they didn't have to prove him right. No. Right?
You're right. Okay. They didn't have to, but they really, really wanted to.
But I hate that whole Hitler thing because it's that argument that, well, if you look at what the left's doing, a lot of the stuff they're doing lines perfectly with what the Nazis trying to de-arm the population, the speech, controlling speech. All those are things that Nazis did. So I guess, or the argument that, oh, well, Hitler was a vegetarian. So,
Hitler drank water.
Yeah. I was just going to say that.
He was a struggling artist. This makes sense.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I hate when they take some stupid little thing like that. I don't care if Hitler said it's poisoning and then Trump said poisoning. It's not about what you say, it's about what it's about.
Absolutely right. You could do that with anyone, anywhere, anything.
Yep.
So now let's take a look at what the other moderator, Dana Bash, has to say about Trump.
Here's a question that I have, because it seems like the Supreme Court is in a bubble.
I forget this guy's name, but he is a giant fucking turd.
Failed author. His name's Failed Author.
What's Dana? Because they all could be.
You'll see.
Yeah. Perhaps it's some of the justices are in a bubble, and they're not dealing with, when they say, oh, Congress can do this, there are members of Congress, and we can go through the list, who are never going to do anything that would make life difficult for Donald Trump. So to think that the Congress is going to solve this, they barely can get a post office name these days.
It's true. And you can go down the list of Supreme Court decisions that kicked whatever issue over across the street over to Congress, whether it is Obamacare, which is something that the Democrats were very happy about when they did that, a little bit of a different kind of court. Voting rights, I think, is maybe the primary example of what you're saying before this. Look, unfortunately for America, the court isn't necessarily wrong that this is the way the framers wanted it to be. They wanted Congress, the people who are closest to their constituents, to be able to make the rules of the laws.
So this is her being upset that the Supreme Court blocked Colorado from blocking Trump on the ballots.
Oh,
she wanted them to be able to block him.
Of course. How dare we allow the will of the people?
Yeah. If Congress can't take away the people's right to vote for their leaders, what country do we have, people?
Yeah. Well, I want to say I don't know if this was it must have been an old tweet or something, but I saw Colorado was trying to do it again or something. Like, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking for something else, and I saw that come across, and I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, they're like trying to get them removed. So something else I learned about CNN today, and this article is from yesterday. CNN's Jake Tapper at the center of the defamation lawsuit as he prepares to host presidential debate. The lawsuit on CNN's defense that it produced opinions and not factual news may add fuel to the critics of the networks, which has long faced accusations of bias.
Accusations? I mean, it's a freaking fact.
Right. I don't know how you can't see that, except...
What source is this from?
So this is just the news.
Yeah, that's just the way they have to twist
news?
it.
Yeah, there's this story was on all sorts of different news sources. This isn't the only place running this. So CNN presidential debate moderator Jake Tapper's show is at the center of a defamation suit brought by a consulting company which alleges that the network and one of its reporters lied about the company's work. The network's defense, CNN did not intend to harm, and its language was opinion or ambiguous. Tapper is set to co-host the first presidential debate next Thursday, which is being hosted by his network. The host has come under scrutiny from former President Donald Trump, who's set to participate in the debate for his partiality, calling him fake Jake Tapper. he calls him fake Tapper. I love it. But as well-known CNN personality gears up for the debate, he also finds himself in the middle of the lawsuit against his employer by security consulting firm Nemix Enterprises and its owner Zachary Taylor, who worked to help evacuate Afghanis following the chaotic Taliban takeover of that country. It's an interesting job to have. Jake Tapper started his career working for a Democrat politician and has never been able to shake the habit. Trying to run that's a weird sentence. Anyways, trying to run cover for Biden's disastrous pullout from Afghanistan, he and his CNN show slimed a hero who saved the lives of those Biden put in jeopardy. Now CNN is facing a $1 billion defamation suit. At the time, Tapper will be moderating the presidential debate featuring the politician he lied for. Unreal, Dan Schneider, vice president at conservative media watchdog Media Research Center, told the Just the News in a statement.
Just the News is the name of the site. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where's it from? You're like, Just the News. I'm like, but where?
JustTheNews.com.
I didn't know that was an actual news site. Okay, that makes sense now.
Sorry. I sounded like a douchebag if that was the case.
A little bit.
His organization reported that CNN has since deleted the TV segment under scrutiny from its website. The lawsuit and CNN's defense is clearly adding fuel to the critics of the network, which has faced accusations of bias. Trust in CNN has become one of the most polarizing data points when comparing the opinions of Democrats and Republicans. with a 96-point disparity in trust for the most trusted name in news. That's their little tagline. Dang, 96-point difference between Democrats and Republicans. Like, at what point do you not realize that there's obviously some sort of bias?
Like 96 points, like what kind of scale is that? Like, what does that mean? Is like,
so okay, so
like,
that would mean,
or like what? I'm not sure I understand what this rating scale.
I'm trying. So 50-50 would be even, right? And then 2 points would be 51-49.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what 96 would be. It should be easy math, but my brain's not wanting to do that.
But basically 96 out of 100 then in the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's one of the things, like whenever we're talking about like polling numbers, like, yeah, we're 15 points ahead. It's like, what does that even mean? Like, what's the scale that we're using to?
Yeah. So when they say they're 15 points ahead, that means like one of them is 7.5 below the halfway point. And the other one's 7.5 above the halfway point.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's basically like the split between the two. Okay.
Yeah. So even the outlet's former chairman and CEO, Chris Licht, acknowledged the network's struggle last year. The general sense was that you would not get a fair share. That's right. They were like, they lost a CEO. And didn't they have a bunch of layoffs too?
I'm assuming
CNN.
So.
I know they got rid of their CEO. The general sense was that you would not get a fair shake and you wouldn't be allowed to make your point, he told the Los Angeles Times. I don't want CNN to be a place where you're going to have such a combative experience that you go fundraise off of it. It is the best for our audience to understand where everybody is coming from. That literally happened this morning with the Trump spokesperson. Like, that was combative, and yeah, they would not let her talk. Licht abruptly departed CNN last year after he faced pushback on his efforts to urge a shift to more neutral news coverage.
Oh, snap.
And oversaw the firing of major hosts, including Don Lemon.
Yeah, I remember that they were making a push to like, hey, no, we can be trusted. We are actually neutral. I guess that didn't last long.
No, because they only got rid of Don Lemon and freaking God, what's his name?
Oh, Potato Head.
Cuomo. Yeah, they got rid of Chris Cuomo.
Was it? Yeah, Chris, because Andrew was the mayor, right?
Andrew was the governor or the mayor?
Governor. I thought something like that. Yeah, no, governor. Yeah, I think
he was the governor. Yeah. So earlier this month, Florida's Court of Appeals granted a win to Young and Nemec when it found there was sufficient preliminary evidentiary showing of actual malice in CNN's coverage of their work in Afghanistan. How much longer is this? What did they say? The court's decision succinctly summarized the background of the case. On November 11th, 2021, the CNN's The Lead with Jake Tapper aired a video segment by reporter Alex Marquardt about Afghans attempting to flee the Taliban via private evacuation operators like Young. Over the next few days, Marquardt reporting was republished on another CNN program, disseminated on Facebook and Twitter, and repackaged into a digital article on CNN's website. Okay. Oh, they're laying out like how this news got. Okay. Young sued CNN for defamation and trade libel, arguing his reputation was damaged by the news station's coverage. Specifically, Young alleged CNN repeatedly accused him of operating in a black market and mischaracterized his work as exploitative because he charged exorbitant fees Afghan citizens could not pay. Young claimed he was particularly harmed because he was the only private evacuator profiled in the reporting, the decision reads. Okay, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can just harp on one person if there's more than one people out there.
So is this guy like part of a PMC?
What's that?
It sounds like this guy is part of a PMC, a private military company.
Oh, probably.
So he's probably like maybe former military.
Usually those places like go where the money's at. Is there a lot of money trying to fucking get Afghans out of Afghanistan?
Yeah, exactly.
After the military just left?
They're basically like mercenaries, but with a better reputation.
So okay, I'm glad we were able to find out what it was that they were actually suing for. If everything's on the up and up, I hope this guy gets paid by CNN. I hope.
Yeah, were they the ones that lost the Nick Sandman defamation?
They settled. Everyone settled. No one lost, but everyone ended up having to give him a bunch of cash.
That was CNN though, right?
I believe they were one of them.
From a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those fucking liars.
You'll never find out how much each of them did, though.
It's like about every week it comes out. If you hate the media, you don't hate them enough.
Yeah.
So, and now just to top off this wonderful bit of how the media is just so full of shit, we've got a great breakthrough. Snopes finally uncovered what actually happened 7 years ago when it came to the very fine people.
Wait, very fine people. I remember hearing that term, but I forgot what that's in reference to.
Sticks. Or no, the
Charlottesville.
Yeah, Charlottesville. Shit.
Yep.
I don't know why my brain went to Gen 6.
No, Charlottesville. Very fine people on both sides. They were trying to say he was calling the neo-Yazis very fine people, and they ran with that for
years.
Months. And there's people. Oh my gosh! I try and talk to people in real life about this, and they're like, "Don't give me that." They're like, "Don't tell me to watch the whole thing." They literally say, "Don't give me that," and I'm like,
"That's exactly it." They're
just
still
stick your head in the sand. Then why don't you?
They're still talking about it today. They've never loosened up on that, even though the footage is out there of what exactly he said.
They just don't want to hear that he might have been talking about somebody being a good person that wasn't a Nazi. Like, wow, how freaking devolved does your world have to be? Like,
well,
anyway,
they ignore what the whole thing was. If you look at it, what it was some dude decided, and he had bad intentions because he did want those certain people there, but the way he advertised it was just this: people on the right come together and show our anger at where the direction of the freaking thing. So you had like old people, ma and pa conservatives who, have been freaking Republicans for 60 years, right? Came out. They had no idea those other people were going to be there. They didn't know. And so you had people there who were just there because they were upset with the direction of the country after Obama. And then you had bad actors. You had the, neo-Nazis and all those people. Yes. But to sit there and say that ma and pa who drove freaking 8 hours just so they could sit there and say, I'm not happy with, being taxed to death, are the same as the racist pieces of shit. Is bullshit. And that's all he did was just point out that that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So Snopes finally admitted that they lied.
Is Snopes? So 7 years later, Snopes says Trump did not call neo-Nazis very fine people. So Snopes.com, perhaps the most well-known fact-checking website, has finally confirmed 7 fucking years later that President Donald Trump did not refer to neo-Nazis in Charlottesville in August of 2017 as very fine people. The false claim was central to President Joe Biden's election in 2020. He used it to launch his campaign of April 2019, claiming he has been inspired to run against President Trump because the latter called neo-Nazis very fine people. Oh, hold on. My monitor is trying to shut off. The reality was that Trump had actually condemned the neo-Nazis and white supremacists and had used the phrase very fine people to describe nonviolent protesters on both sides of the issue of the removal of the Confederate statue. Why don't they? And then, why don't they ever play the full video? How can they lie and still perpetuate this to this day? 3 years later, and people still believe the very fine people lie. This is just one example of the shit that they do to this man.
Yeah.
So here's a breakdown of that. I'd go watch the video. You can find it if you look for it. Just search Trump very fine people and make sure you get the extended cut, the fucking director's edition. Several commentators, notably cartoonist turned pundit Scott Adams and conservative commentator Steve Cortez, publicly debunked what became known as the Very Fine People hoax, but Biden and the media continued to use it. Breitbart confronted Biden at the Iowa State Fair in August of 2019 and asked why he continued to misquote Trump. Biden responded angrily, reciting a well-rehearsed text about Trump calling neo-Nazis very fine people. Is this that video? Will this play?
Watch what steak does to your gut.
No,
The carnivore
God
diet.
damn it.
Why do people lose
Skip.
weight
Hold
so
on.
rapidly?
Skip.
Mr. Vice President, are you aware that you're misquoting Donald Trump in Charlottesville? He never called neo-Nazis very fine people.
No, he called all those folks that walked out of that, they were neo-Nazis, shouting hate, their veins
But he said specifically that he was condemning them.
He did not. He said he walked out and he said, let's get this straight. He said there were very fine people in both groups. They're chanting anti-Semitic slogans, carrying flags.
But you're aware that he...
Mr. Vice President, her question's easy.
Damn. I hadn't seen that before.
Their veins bulging.
Yeah, it's like he seems happy.
Well, he just wasn't having it. He just he just said whatever he had to say. He wasn't listening, and he knows he's fucking lying.
The left never gets called on their lies. They can blatantly lie, and when it comes out, it's just, oh well, whatever. If Trump went up and said something so blatantly bullshit, they would take it all over every news source for a week, you know. But Biden, they just go, oh, it's not a big deal. Or they just don't admit that he lied at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they don't. Well, the media covers for the Democrats. The media covers for the Democrats all the damn time.
I find it ironic right there on the right-hand side. It says 7 years later, Snopes says Trump did not call very fine people with 6,666 comments.
Wait. Oh.
My people are doing their work.
Did you guys see this video of this kid crying when Trump signed his hat and stuff?
No, but that's cool.
Pretty wild. I always feel weird about kids crying over politicians.
Yeah, it is very weird. I'm
That's a good point.
I think there's a little something different about Trump, but I do hate when there's like sycophants for politicians, like act like politicians are rock stars, which I know is kind of ironic because on Wrong Think, I literally have politicians as rock stars in my opener. But
yeah,
it to me, I never got that. Like I would never, have a poster of a politician except for, like I said, I think Trump's something different because people like him not because he's a politician. They like him because he's taken the shit out of Washington, which they hate.
A Trump 2024 poster is different than having like a Trump poster, like with him just standing there, like a life-size Trump cutout or some shit, like something someone would give like a basketball player or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a cardboard cutout of Trump.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I might rock that just for like the fucking funny of it, like right over my shoulder here. If you have like a cardboard cutout of Trump.
Once again, that's it's not like you would keep that in your garage and show all your friends. That would be
it's just for background and the funny of it. But
I don't say no to a Bober poster.
You know what's even more cringy than that is when there's like people who are obsessed with a particular politician's cleavage. I find that disturbing.
Oh, is that shots at Shaka?
Which, by the way, still not here.
Yeah, I know. He deserves it. Can't you show up for the show?
Not even in chat either.
Yeah, not even in the chat. What a douche.
Unless he's lurking.
He didn't even say a word, nothing. Usually he's all like, hey, I can't make it. So I hope he's okay. Shit, I'm talking all this shit. Usually.
Tomorrow you get a call that he's in the hospital and shit. You feel like crap.
So the hoax was publicly debunked twice on a national stage, once during the 2020 vice presidential debate and again during Trump's second impeachment trial when his lawyers demolished the hoax for the world to see. I'm not going to play this one because I don't want to see that guy talk shit about steak. Fuck you, doctor, whatever your name is. I know what works well for me.
Gosh, that ad had that freaking same AI woman voice that are in like all the freaking TikTok videos. It's like,
and it looked like AI.
I hate that voice. Oh, fake meat.
Do they have? They don't have the screenshot. All right, I'm gonna go find the screenshot. I've got it here. I was hoping that they had the Snopes, the actual like Snope thing. I'll pull that up. Hopefully, I didn't get rid of it. I doubt I did. I was putting so much stuff together this afternoon before the show. There it is. So here it is. Snopes finally putting it out there. No, Trump did not call neo-Nazis and white supremacists very fine people. False. So on August 15th, 2017, then President Donald Trump called neo-Nazis and white supremacists who attended the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, very fine people. Context, in the news conference after the rally protesting the planned removal of Confederate statue, Trump did say there were very fine people on both sides, referring to the protesters and the counter-protesters. He said the same statement. He said in the same statement, he wasn't talking about the neo-Nazis or the white nationalists who he said should totally be condemned. I'm actually surprised they put that last bit in there. Put that last bit in there.
Yeah, the media hates context.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the only thing they could hit on Trump about is they couldn't attack him because of his policies, because they were all working at the time. They couldn't attack, this was before the COVID stuff happened, so they couldn't attack him on that. So the only thing they could really attack him on was that he's not the best and most eloquent speaker. So every time he wouldn't, be succinct in what he was trying to explain or how he was trying to explain a policy or what he wanted to do, or in this case, that there were bad actors there and they, but there weren't everybody there who was there because of hate. That's the only thing they could really attack him on. And so they just took an opportunity, and unfortunately he gave them plenty with flubs.
So I've got two more things. Okay. Both of them will apply to the election in a weird way. One of them directly, the other one in a weird way. One of them is a doomer thing.
Yay.
Which I think I'm going to do because then we don't end the show on doomer.
I was just going to suggest that.
Yeah, get it out of the way quick.
So none of this debate shit matters if what I predicted back in 2021 comes true.
And that is
that they will prevent the next election with a war.
Yeah.
Russia warns the U.S. to... What's that?
I would not bet against the theory that they're going to use like a war or something to postpone or cancel elections.
Yeah. So this is today. Russia warns the U.S. to brace for retaliation after Kremlin blamed Washington for missile attacks that killed 4 in Crimea.
I don't think they will.
Well, they've got that. How long have they had that sub off of Miami? They've got a bunch of shit off of the coast of Miami.
Here's the thing. I think that Putin wants to get out of this war as much as anybody. He's just trying to save face. And Trump would allow him to do that, because Trump would go in there and say to the Ukrainians, we're not going to fund this thing forever. You've got X amount of time before the money runs out type thing. And that will force them to come to the table and actually negotiate. I know that it's fucked up to sit there and say that they're going to have to give up something to stop this, but that's just how wars are fought. When somebody attacks you, whether it's right or wrong that you were attacked, usually you have to give something up for there to be an end to it. They're going to have to say, okay, you keep this amount of land that you've taken, but get the hell out of the rest. Like I said, it may suck, but that's how you end these wars. Right now, that's all you're really looking for, is with all the money going into the Ukraine and Zelensky and shit making off like a bandit with laundering money. Why would he end the war? He's making money. He doesn't care that people are dying. He's making money. So there needs to be some sort of thing to get him to come to the table. Some sort of, like I said, either an escalation, or in this case, Trump, like I said, saying, we're not going to keep fitting the bill. So you've got 3 months to solve this shit, or you guys are on your own. And then all of a sudden Zelensky can be like, yeah, let's talk to Putin. That's what I think. So I think actually, I don't think Russia would do anything, because the fact is he wants President Trump to be there so that he could find a way to get out of this war without losing face. And he can't do that with Biden, because Biden's made him into this boogeyman. So
there's a couple of things to that. One, Trump's already been impeached for not funding Ukraine. Two, which is funny, because he actually did fucking fund Ukraine. He funded Ukraine more than anyone ever had before, but they still impeached him. Two, I believe Joe Biden is working on some legislation that will force this country to have to fund Ukraine for the next 10 years.
Well, the one that's if he can get it passed. But two,
right.
I do think that you would have most of the politicians try to stand against him, except for it's just a matter of time before people's opinion on this Ukraine thing switches. Right now, I think it's already waning from what it was support-wise. People don't like to fund endless wars. They just don't. And that's what it seems like it's getting to, is this endless, never going to stop war. And so I think he's going to get more support. And so once he does, you're going to see all the right who are all about giving money to Ukraine too, even though their constituents are like, yeah, what the hell's that about? They're going to switch, their message too. It happens to every war, every time that people just, after a while, they start going, not more money. Jesus Christ. So I don't know.
Taking them so long now. What's taking them so long now? Because they're not paying attention.
Yeah, there's other stuff keeping their attention. Yeah, but like I said, especially if Trump is up there every day harping on it, especially if Trump's up there every day saying, look, because supposedly they already had a deal on the table. Supposedly there was a deal they both were on board with, the Ukrainians and the Russians, and Biden freaking essentially torpedoed it, because at that time his support was saying, keep funding it. And so it was good for him. And like I said, it's essentially a big laundering scheme for these politicians, sending money over to Ukraine and it gets back to them. So why would they want to stop it? But like I said, I don't think once Trump's in office, I don't think they'd be able to stand against it for too long, because I think pretty quickly you're going to have more and more people going, fuck this, man. How much money have we given this motherfucker?
Yeah. So I think we're still going to have to keep funding them. Because of how he got impeached for it last time, right? Like, I don't know why we were funding them back then. It's not like they were at war, but we were still giving them missiles and shit. So I think we'll still, but it won't be to the tunes of billions and billions of dollars every 6 months or whatever.
Shouldn't be one penny, but
I know. And unfortunately, that's not something that Trump can just fix. They've proven that.
Well, right? Yeah. Oh, well, the thing is the economy now, people are seeing it more and more. Like, we've seen it for years. We've seen this, the bad shit coming for years. But now you have so many stores closing. You have so many jobs being lost. You have so many of these businesses that are literally collapsing in on themselves. Once the economy goes worse and worse and worse, and we see that is affecting the way people are voting, that's when these things become even more. Because like I said, if you're literally, a dozen stores around you have closed, you can't afford your groceries, your gas bill is out of the roof and shit. And then they're saying, but you should start paying more taxes so we can give it to them.
Yep.
People are more against, it becomes more a point to them.
I think if Trump loses again, we see homelessness skyrocket by like 20 to 30%. Like it's going to be bad because the fast food restaurants, besides there's automation happening there, but not enough to really make a dent yet. They're just not going to be able to afford to pay their employees because of their prices for everything is just skyrocketing right now, and people aren't going to buy it. And we're going to have we're going to have a fast food crash.
Yeah. The mechanization of fast food places was going to happen. It was coming. That's not his fault. It was going to happen.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying even outside of the automation stuff that is taking place.
Oh yeah.
Even if that wasn't happening, we would still have a fast food crash because people aren't going to go and pay $20 for a fucking cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Well, yeah. But the mechanization or it's not mechanization. What is it called? Look who finally showed up.
Hello. Sorry.
He's alive. You're not reporting from the hospital, are you?
No.
Okay.
We were worried because usually you say like you're going to be late or you're not going to make it or something.
Yeah, I know. My bad.
After the first hour, we were seeing there saying we got to go to the hospital and donate blood. I'm sure Shock needs some.
Did you just ball busters me? Were you taking a nap?
Maybe.
That was my guess.
I couldn't wake up. Fuck.
Hey, that's okay. I almost did it to Alf yesterday.
Shoot.
But they even now, I think they said that Taco Bell's going to close all of their in-dining, the restaurant. Like
I saw that.
Yeah.
Taco Bell has been trying to get rid of their employees even back in like 2018.
Do you know how much, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it.
Do you know how much time I spent inside a Taco Bell during high school?
You're hanging out.
Well, hanging out, going there for lunch, just chilling between when I decided not to go to class or something. Like
that culture is gone, dude.
Full confession: the devil used to work at Taco Bell. If you knew how the shit was made there.
I had
Taco Bell is literally devil's shit, bro.
I had friends that worked at Taco Bell.
You don't want to know how the burgers made, man.
What else? So what else is gonna bust? Is gonna collapse? So there's gonna be a fast food crash if Trump doesn't win.
Yep.
I think there's gonna be another tech crash, and that's including video games.
Oh, I'll tell you one place that they want to have crash.
We're already on that.
How much higher can gas go?
Stores,
sweet baby companies.
Stores?
You think grocery stores? Or
yes, because you know what the plan is. Here's exactly what the government wants. They want the stores to crash and collapse because then what happens is they're going to be like, well, people obviously need food, but it's okay. We're going to have government-run grocery stores. The cities are going to run the grocery stores, and that gives them the power they want. Why? Because then they can control what is in that grocery store.
That really pushes socialism a lot quicker than I see it.
You don't get to eat what you want to buy. We'll put in there what we want you to buy, and
you will eat the bugs.
Exactly. And so it's all about control. They want to control the food sources. How do you do that? Well, like I said, you take the stores out of private businesses' hands and you make it where the government has to run them.
What if you see more of like what was it Arkansas did like 2 years ago, where basically they made the making of fertilizer illegal, right? And then Arkansas said, no, fuck you. We're going to start making manure again so that we can have the local farms still be able to run so that stores can still buy locally. Arkansas kind of just told the government to fuck off. We're going to do this anyway, because it kind of does work both ways. But when the chain of command breaks, that's when you get all this kind of craziness. But most states aren't going to be that based, if we're going to be real.
Yeah. Because Chicago's already trying to do it. They've because the business climate's so bad that they had all these stores closed down. And the first thing that mayor, I can't remember his name, whoever he is, who took over after Lori Lightfoot, the first thing he said was, "We're going to start looking into the city running grocery stores because these people need their groceries." And I'm seeing they're like,
the government's great at running anything.
Yeah, that's going to be just great. You know, that they allowed people to steal from these stores, theft to go up to such a high standard that not only could they not afford the amount of money it costs because of inflation stock the shelves. They're letting people steal from them, incentivizing it. And then when the store finally says, well, we can't sustain, I'm sorry, we can't cover our losses here, we're going to close down. Well, it's okay, we'll just take it over, don't worry about it, we got the people's back, and we'll do right by them, because don't we always?
That's just government completely absorbing a private sector, and then it all inflates naturally, let alone they even do it right, and it would go up even more.
Yeah. The government, only thing government's good at is growing like a cancer. And they want to control every aspect of that you count on for your well-being and your security. People need their survivalists are always talking about it. You need shelter, you need warmth, you need food, you need water, and you need safety. Those are keys to surviving. You have to find those. If they control healthcare, if they take over and make healthcare run by the government, one-payer system, they control your health. If they take over food and water, because of controlling the grocery stores and the food and transportation of it and all that, there's the second. Then they just have to control your safety. And how do they do that? They bring a bunch of migrants into the country from other countries that are criminals that are being brought in from other countries to empty out their jails. They commit rape, they commit murder, they make people scared. And then the government come in and says, if you just give us more power, if you allow us to militarize the police to the point where we're in control of them, we'll be able to protect you. We'll be able to stop those people from hurting you. There's the final thing. They own you, because they know at that point you will never stand against them. Why? Because standing against them means I might lose my health care. I don't want to not be able to go to the doctor. I don't want to lose the food. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I don't want to lose that. And I don't want to lose the safety. That's how they control you. They're trying to slowly control you, every single thing that you count on to make yourself a livable life, to feel comfortable and safe. One by one, they're taking them from us. And the problem is you have people who are not even paying attention and watching this happen.
You got people rooting it on.
The buzzword is affordable wage. They all bitch. Oh, we need affordable wage. It's just like, how much money do you want the dollar?
Living wage.
That's what it is. A living wage.
Yeah,
like, how much do you want the fucking dollar to inflate? You're not attacking the problem at the source. You think the problem is you don't have much more money. The problem is government is trying to control everything. They are the ones inflating everything, and they're much more smarter than the plan the devil laid out. They're letting the people in. The media perfectly gaslights. Oh, you say it's all people. It's like, no, we're just talking about the ones breaking the laws. But that's not how normal people see that. They only see the media's narrative. And I don't know. I see so many memes of what was it? Vietnam was Vietnam was a psyop. Afghanistan was a psyop. But Ukraine's not. Like, that's your logic.
Right. Yeah. You know what? You're absolutely right, because it was the left who hated those wars, and now they can't stop loving war.
And then they can't stop loving them. And then normal people, they're not going to realize it until it's too late, because it already is too late, and not enough people are recognizing. I mean, we'll see with the polls and whatnot, but then that's why we get so confused about election fraud.
Dude, I say fuck the polls, man. Fuck the polls.
I know, they're so whack. I have no idea what to think of them.
I still think there's people out there that won't say that they're voting for Trump, even if they are.
Oh yeah, and we saw that the first time around, that the polls were off by multitudes of points. So if that's the case now, then it's not a dead tie. He's winning.
I don't trust the people counting. I don't trust the people. Look, who was it that says that? There's some communist out there that's like, how do you win an election? You control who's counting.
Jesus.
Yeah, the only thing going for it is that last time around the Republicans were in on it. Anyone who thinks that when the I don't know, are we allowed to talk about the election? I think they said that now you can.
Dude, I don't care.
Okay, the election that was well, he was doing a deep dive, I think. But the election that was like totally secure and completely 100% honest. The reason they were able to steal it was because the Republicans didn't stand against it. Because the truth is, they wanted Biden over Trump too. They wanted it to go back to the way it was before, where they all scratch each other back, the uniparty, right?
Right. Yeah.
They wanted it that way. So they didn't want Trump. So when they did what they did, all the Republicans jumped on board and said, no, it was completely 100% above board. We know it. And they chastised any of their members who said boo about it.
Election deniers.
Exactly. They won't do that this time. Why? Because they know that he has such big support that if they do, Jan 6 is, they're afraid that if that happens again, they're not going to be able to play it the way they did. They don't want people that pissed. So I think if there is some hinky stuff, they will stand with Trump just because they're afraid. They've seen them some backlash. So
this is why voter fraud is a big concern, because whether it fixes the problem or not, I think a lot of people simply just won't vote. And that's also a good solution. Like, if you don't know what you're voting for, you should at least not vote. And I think you're going to see less votes this year unless, we get more Brink trucks and like Gavin Newsom tactics through the Democrats again. But I think a lot of people just aren't going to vote in this election because that's how Hillary and Trump's election was.
I think on
more
the left,
anti-voting.
Yeah, I think on the left, you're right. I don't think for 1 second that any person who's on the left is now going to vote for Trump. I think that's a very small group that would.
They're not going to vote.
Like that.
Which is
they're just going to stay
vote.
home. They're not going to vote for Trump. They're not going to vote for Biden. They're just going to stay home and
you know what? Though?
Pray the best thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something we haven't considered: mail-in ballots is still a thing in a lot of states.
I know. I hate it.
So that makes it easier for the people the disenfranchised voter who wouldn't vote just to check the box for Biden anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I just do like the media and Google and the Democrats, they are like suspiciously sitting on their hands, dude. I just feel like there would have been some sort of campaign about how popular Biden is or something like that. Because he can't just randomly get that many votes again if there's no actual news coverage of Biden being popular, because there literally isn't any.
So I threw out a conspiracy theory about the debate at the beginning of that part of the conversation, where maybe they don't actually drug him up and they let him just foobar the whole fucking thing.
They let Biden
and that way people are like, what? He's running for president, and create a Democratic uproar and usher in Newsom or Big Mike or Hillary.
It's her turn.
Here's the thing. Big Mike, yes, I could believe them doing that. The problem is the reason I don't
hate
think
that idea. I'm all for Big Mike, but so many people hate that idea.
I want somebody just to run up if that happens and pull this, whatever she's wearing down and just expose it.
Oh, yeah.
Like what do you call it? Ace Ventura?
You know
Where it's all, she can't hide Captain Winky.
I'd settle for a simple nut check. All right, just a little.
Wait, hold on. What if she goes to China and then there's news that they made her get searched? Because the China only checks the Democrats when they visit. They don't check the Republicans, right? Michelle got body searched with the Ben.
Like the TSA.
Yeah.
Oh, because are you talking about when they did the anal swabs for the COVID testing?
Oh yeah. What if they do that again? Because China likes to, they check only the Democrats. She goes with all the men go, and she gets checked with all the men, and then that gets minorly reported on.
But China wouldn't want to release that information because they see that as weakness, and they would want to keep that in their pocket.
No, they would have it, but it would be funny if somebody leaked it on her
COVID
test. It says right at the top, male.
Yes, male.
Great. Conspiracy theories abound. No, but the thing is they would never replace Kamala with Newsom. They've painted themselves in a corner. They have said that sexism and racism and all that shit. If they replace
the guy that what's his name, dude? Sorry, what's his name? Crap, I always forget his name. Project Veritas guy.
Uh-oh.
The dude that was in Biden. the guy that James O'Keefe went on a date with, who was in the Biden cabinet, he said that. He said, we cannot just dump Kamala. We have dug ourselves this hole. No one likes her. She's impossible to work with. No one likes her, but we cannot replace her because that narrative will make us lose so much Democratic support.
Yeah. He would be her VP, though.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think they're getting rid of her either, Devil.
I don't know if they could make. Could they do that switch? Could they be like, you know what, Newsom's going to be president, but Kamala's going to stay VP?
No, they'll put her as he'll just do more campaigning than her, and they will hope that the women will come out and vote for him because he's good looking.
For
just
sure.
like Justin Trudeau.
Dude,
that's what Justin Trudeau counted on.
And not see American fucking Psycho, man. Like, come on.
Beavis and Butthead. He looks like Butthead, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, horny Alf. Good to see you, sir.
What's up, dude? Alf.
So one more thing for us to hypothesize on, and this one's more fun. I saw this last night. Let me pull it up here. I hate how Twitter bookmarks work now.
What do you mean?
How they do the side panel thing when you click on the bookmark. That you have
I noticed that yesterday too. I was like, what the heck is this?
So I saw this last night. Trump discreetly left Cleveland a few days ago, unbeknownst to anyone. I took this video of his plane leaving Cleveland Hopkins Airport. Trump was here because he wanted to ask someone to become his VP in person. The Secret Service drove him south. Trump's VP is going to be Vivek.
Fake news.
I hope it is. That's why I don't believe it.
Yeah, he asked me, and I said yes.
It's something good that I want to happen, and that's nothing good that I want to happen is going to happen. So that's my.
Devil, you can be his VP. You just got a new job.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been faking the whole casino thing. I'm actually going on the campaign trail, boys. No, he. Look, I like what Vivek says. There's a reason I put him in the opener to Wrong Think.
Yeah.
But I do think he is a politician. He feels like a politician. He looks like a politician. And I think that Trump being kind of an anti-politician feel to him and what people feel about him, I don't know if it's the right thing to pick somebody who is such a, politician.
He's so held up. Like he's
too polished.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not only that. It's that corporate conglomerates paid for his education. He works with them. They finance his campaign. He's too supported by these deep state kind of guys to just suddenly stab their back and just be so based for the people. You can't really do that and last long on that support. So that's the only thing that doesn't add up with him.
Yeah. I don't know who he's gonna pick. I don't even know who I'd want him to pick.
Here's another conspiracy going around. So this was from Philadelphia. Tucker Carlson's top advisor, Justin B. Wells, was spotted walking out with Trump in Philadelphia on Saturday without Tucker. Tucker's in Australia, so there's people out there thinking Trump's talking with Tucker's people about the VP spot.
I was just about to ask, man, how are people still? I don't know that the Tucker VP conversations really died down, and the news coverage of it died down as well. I don't think
Tucker kept saying over and over and over he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they all say that.
They all say that,
every single person they ask about being president 2 years out goes, "Oh no, I'm happy where I am." Look at DeSantis. He said the same thing, I think, before he ran. Oh no, I'm happy in freaking Florida. I'm doing what I need to do for the Floridians.
My priorities are Florida.
Yeah, and then the second they're all like, "We really want you to be president," he's all like, "Well, I guess, why not?"
Same with Big Mike. She doesn't want it. It's okay.
She doesn't want it because once you get under that scrutiny of being running for president, they're going to find out about what she's packing.
Yeah, right. Which I think it should be legal to. Oh, that kind of packing. Oh shit.
Constitutional carry.
Oh, damn.
They're straight up are going to be like people hiding in trees and stuff, trying to get a picture of her, you know, in a bathroom stall, you know, standing up.
That happened in New Hampshire, where it was like the only like that one tranny that was like a anarcho like Satanist or whatever was like the only candidate that believed in like open carry. The woman openly carrying is the one that supports open carrying.
So there was one more thing that I totally meant to bring up at the beginning of the show and completely forgot about it because it did not make my document, but it's in my bookmarks. And this is big news. I did it again. I'm very curious to find out the details behind this. We've got breaking WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange boards a plane after being released from prison.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So supposedly they've reached a deal and he is a free man.
Yeah, he pleads guilty to like one thing and no more prison time. He's just as long as he says I did wrong, essentially he walks home.
What did he do? What does he claim guilt to? And is he allowed to continue to do his work? I mean, I'm surprised. Look, I'm looking at this man and he spent a lot of time in solitary confinement. I'm surprised he looks this healthy. Like,
well, not just that. How many years did he spend cooped up in that embassy not being able to leave? Because if he stepped outside, he'd be arrested. The man's been in captivity for
Ecuador.
So many years. If I'm sure at this point, if they said part of the deal is that you literally never do anything like what you did before, you just have to disappear, find a nice little house, sit your ass in there and watch fucking cable. That's what you do from now on. I don't know if at this point, if he wouldn't be like, okay, sure. Just, you know, he's been through enough, you know, type thing. At some point you sit there and you want to put down your rifle and let somebody else fight the battle, you know?
We need a new Julian Assange.
Oh, we do, but I can't blame him for not wanting to be what he was. You know,
not at all.
He took so much weight by doing what he did. I don't know if anyone could be counted on to pull another shift on that kind of a shit show. So
it's like
nice to get another disclosure, another Pizzagate 2.0.
Right.
Because that's where that originated from, was the Hillary email leaks. If you guys not familiar with that?
Yeah, no, I remember.
Or are we not? Are we playing by YouTube rules?
No. I'm just trying to.
I know of Pizzagate, but I don't want to. That's what QAnon deep hole.
No. QAnon did not come out until way after Pizzagate.
I thought it was Pizzagate. I thought that was
They kind of co-opted it. They kind of co-opted it.
Because it's not linked to like the celebrities and stuff. This was just like an actual like market.
Oh, this is leaked to politicians and.
But the QAnon thing was that.
No, the Hillary Clinton emails. Okay, WikiLeaks. How familiar are you guys with this stuff? Before Julian Assange got put
before he got busted, no, I didn't know about it at that time. I wasn't.
So WikiLeaks published the Hillary Clinton emails, and on those emails are some very fishy things about very expensive hot dogs and cheese pizzas.
And are we talking like actual cheese pizza or like the euphemism of cheese pizza?
Euphemism.
Well, that's where Pizzagate came from.
Well, that was a joke,
that's where that store, that particular location became known, was from these emails.
Well, it was a joke until the emails got leaked, and then it was kind of like, oh, she's using the lingo, because like there has been like evidence of that lingo being used on other kind of like marketplace websites.
That was the name like I can't remember.
But
the Podestas.
Oh, okay.
So was it like somebody's all like, I'm gonna go give me a cheese pizza? It's like $8,000. Everyone's all like,
yep.
Who pays $8,000 for a cheese pizza? And
exactly.
So kind of, yeah. Kind of thing?
They're throwing like pizza parties, and they're having parties with like Obama had a hot dog party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know what that was about. He's I want so many hot dogs. There's so many hot dogs, please.
and there's a big thing with the Podestas, who one of them was Hillary's campaign manager, I want to say.
Yeah, John Podesta.
They're all the Podestas that was also involved in one of the 3-letter agencies. Also there's Tom DeLonge emails with the Podestas in there. Now he doesn't have any pizza stuff, but he knows the Podestas because that came out from all his alien stuff.
Yeah, kind of what funded him. Kind of just takes money from them, so he probably helps them one way or another if he's so desperate for their money.
What's up, Jake?
Hey, BD Jake.
What's up, BD?
So yeah, I'm glad to see Julian Assange is finally a free man. A lot of people, at first I was kind of on the fence because like he technically could have possibly doxed American spies, right?
Mm.
And I think that was the big thing that they were trying to go after him for, was releasing information that could have doxed American spies that were out in the field. But I think there was more to it than that. I never saw any information that could have done that. You know what I mean? So,
what's the over/under on that plane making it to its destination, though?
Well, so that's some of the jokes. It's like, I hope it's not a Boeing plane and shit like that. Like, also, like, where's he going? Like, does someone have his bag? Like,
well, if they cut a deal with him, like I said, either he agreed not to do anything, or if he had anything that's what they were afraid of, he surrendered it. Maybe, like I said, either way, I think he's not a threat anymore. So, but yeah, if he was, that plane disappear.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
Hillary
They've
Clinton
already been
being involved. It's funny how many of her friends have had plane crashes. It's crazy. Died in plane crashes.
Yes,
dude, it's insane.
Everybody's had 12 friends who've died in plane crashes, and 30 that have been, mugged and killed,
committed
and
suicide.
Yeah, God knows how many have committed suicide. I mean, that's just normal, right?
Shot himself in the head twice.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I think we'll wrap it up there. Devil made me do it. Let the people know where they can find you. Tell them what you got going on.
At this point, not much. Check me out Friday going into Saturday on the pub. I'm still gonna be able to do that one, thank God.
Hell yeah, it feels great.
I will at some point I am moving Wrong Think to Tuesdays, one of the few days I have left. And then I will be on Adam's show on Mondays. I might come over here at least once a month. Try to
cool.
Mix it up. But yeah, right now with the schedule at work being the way it is, I'm not gonna be able to be on a lot of the other shows. So unfortunately, you're not gonna see too much of me. Right after I show my face, I'm not gonna be on any shows.
That just means they won't get tired of it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Keep it fresh.
Upside. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Everyone go sub to Beelzehub. I don't have any links available because this was all last minute.
One more thing. I am starting at some point Devil's Angels. We were going to do it this Sunday, actually, but something came up. We had to reschedule again. But when we do that, those will actually be videos on my channel that I'm going to be doing with green-haired anti-liberal, Selena, Scream Queen Selena, Tiny But Fierce, and then there will always be a guest. Probably some of these guys at some point will be a guest on one of them. The first one we will be doing is Manhunter. If you've ever seen that movie, it's freaking amazing. Fantastic thriller. So yeah, keep a lookout for that.
Yes, the Angels. I like the idea of that.
Thank you.
That sounds like it should be. Do you guys have a first movie picked out?
Yeah, Manhunter.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, it's essentially if anyone who likes Silence of the Lambs, if you know the book series, the Hannibal Lecter book series, it's the first one. It's actually it's called Red Dragon, but they called it Manhunter. It's Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and then Hannibal Rising. And so this is they did Red Dragon not too long ago. They remade it Red Dragon with Jim Norton. Yeah, this is much better. It has William Peterson, the one who played Grissom on CSI. Plays the main character in CSI. Has
what's the sunglasses guy?
Yeah. Did he have? Yeah, he did have sunglasses.
From the memes?
Yeah, he plays great in it. He is so good in it. There's this one part where he's figuring out the killer. He's finally putting it together, and just the way he acts it out, the intensity of it. It's like just such a great freaking cinematic moment.
Okay,
so everyone should check it out. It's a very good movie.
Yeah, I missed you saying that because both Neo and Shock tracked down your link so I can get it out there in the chat. Although I'm pretty sure. Shaka Zulu, thank you for waking up and joining us this evening.
You're welcome.
Want to let the people know what you got going on?
Let's see. I'm on Twitter talking shit a lot. I'm on YouTube. I gotta make a video soon about all the Zelda stuff because it's interesting. I have thoughts on Zelda, and I also have a lot of shit against Grums to talk about too. A lot going on. Need to make videos. We'll start making videos soon too. And then I stream on Kick, Shaka Zulu 1, and then I'll be on Thursday and Ballbusters this time. So good show. Glad I can hop in towards the last minute, and everyone have a good night and a good week.
And Nerdy Neo, what you got cooking?
I got a lot of stuff this week. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock Pacific is going to be the next episode of Top 5, where we're ranking our top 5 favorite video game conference announcements. And then Thursday, I'll be doing an open mic talking. I don't have a guest plan. I'm going to do go solo and just talk about some stuff that I got planned for my channel. Maybe I'll do a little bit of gaming. And then Friday, I will be on my buddy Carl, the RNG Gaming Podcast on Friday. I believe that's at 5
Great
my
show.
time.
Go check out Carl.
Carl's a great dude. He's the one who sent me this because he was cleaning out his stuff. He's like, I know Neo loves it, so maybe he'll want it. And he sent that to me. You can't really see it because of the lighting, but it's a shadow box of Ori, and that's why Ori is right next to it.
Nice.
And
Carl's
it's awesome. Carl's a great dude. We're because I'm going to be on with him on Friday and Saturday, and I forget which day we're talking about what, but he's a great dude. And then on Saturday is my next episode of Party Chat, which my guest host is going to be Horny Elf.
Nice.
Saturday is also my channel anniversary, so I got some fun stuff planned. I've got some game codes to give away after Party Chat. I'm going to be doing basically just like I'm planning on doing some gaming, and it's going to be open to anyone who wants to hop in and chill with me and chat and stuff. It's going to be a fun time. So come hang out if you want to be on that and just chill. Whoever's free, open on Saturday afternoon. Let me know if you want to hop in, and I'll send you the link. And then I will be back on Carl again on Saturday evening at 5 o'clock. And then next week on Thursday, which is the 4th of July, is my birthday. So,
oh shit.
Yeah,
that's pretty badass.
It is. It's the best day of the year to have a birthday. It's awesome. And so I'll be doing a Thursday because I got some stuff going on in the afternoon / evening. So I'll be doing a Thursday morning birthday stream. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do with that, but it'll probably be something similar. So if anyone wants to come on and hang out with me for a couple hours, just let me know. And yeah. Oh, and also with my channel anniversary being the Saturday, I'm at 187 subs, so I'd be awesome to hit 200 before we get there. I'm 13 away.
Let's get.
I put a tweet out last week after Party Chat, be like, "Hey, I'm 13 away from 200. If you guys can help me get there by the time of my anniversary." And then I gained like 4 subs, and then I lost 5, and then I gained 1, so I'm back to where I started at 187.
Yeah, that can be. It can be weird when you shill your channel like that. Like sometimes they don't stick.
So
I'll see because I got 2 channels.
I get there.
So I know I'm pretty sure I subscribed to you with one, but I don't know about the other. So I'll check and maybe that'll get you one.
Yeah, Yeah, Saturday afternoon is open to anyone. Just come hang out and chill with me and talk games while I do some gaming, and I got codes to give away. It's gonna be fun.
Do you know what you're gonna play?
No, because I'm gonna let the wheel decide.
A wheel.
Oh,
roulette.
Game roulette. Nice.
Play off.
Because I've done a couple of roulette streams, all inspired, of course, by my good buddy Melee James.
It's like Canadian.
Yeah, but this one I've done a favorite games roulette. So I put together a list of some of my favorite games, which I was building this afternoon. I've got about 60 games on here. So, and that'll all just like James's Melee, the roulette streams, tips and stuff will go towards
but
that.
With
if
games
there are
you
any.
like.
Yes, but with games I like. The last few roulette streams I've done have been with basically all my games. So I've played a couple of good ones. I've played a couple stinkers. But this is all going to be games that
I'm always afraid if James plays like 5 terrible games in a row and he's miserable, his Canadian government might knock on his door and be like, "Hey, buddy, we got to talk. You're obviously not happy. We're here to take care of that."
Last night's Melee roulette was nuts.
Yep.
The previous record for how many spins was like 48. There was 119, and in the 6.5 hours he played, because he didn't even get to the first game, it's like 2 hours in because there were so many tips coming in. I think he got through 11 spins last night, so he's got a long ways to go.
God.
But it was nuts and it was fun.
Eventually, he's got to bump up the price. You think?
Yeah,
as he gets
bigger. As they grow, they're gonna have to figure something out.
Have to, yeah.
But yeah, it's, shamelessly ripping him off on the roulette thing. So I've done a few fun roulette streams myself, but this is going to be all fun games that I like, and people are free to come hang out and chat with me while I play some games.
That sounds awesome. I will definitely try to check that out. Shock and I are currently trying to make plans for a Dr. Disrespect stream this weekend.
Yes.
Just
are you
to
gonna
go
get him
over...
on?
No. We're going to go over all the damn drama and stuff and like EFAP some shit and whatnot. Kind of like what we did with
Eggman.
Yeah, with the Eggman stuff.
Sure.
So, and hey, we got a late comer here, Julianne McNally. Hello from Liverpool, UK. It's late over there, isn't it? Or is it early now? I don't know.
Yeah, they're like
very early.
It's an 8-hour difference for me, I think, or 9.
Yeah, because we're in the same time zone, and it's daylight saving. That it's 8 or 9, so 9:30.
Good to see you, Julie.
It's pretty early. It's like 5 a.m. or something.
Hope you're having a good morning or evening wherever you're.
Yeah.
I enjoy a tea and crumpet.
Yeah, because when Kenzo comes on the pub, it's like 9 a.m. for him, and
that's why he looks.
Yeah,
it's down
pretty
so
early right now.
He's like, I just woke up.
I just realized we're all in the same time zone, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why the 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific works so well.
It does.
Well, we're all in the same time zone at least until daylight savings, because you're in freaking Arizona.
Right, but I mean that 1 hour difference is no big deal.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you.
Hey, you're the weird one out.
No, but I'm the normal one.
For not
my time doesn't change.
Yeah.
You guys do. Anyhow, you can make sure you tune in this Thursday. We have a giant panel. We're going to be playing drinking games and watching the debate and wishing Devil was with us. So make sure you tune in for the weekend pregame. I have no idea what we're going to call it, but we're going to go with weekend pregame for this announcement. Join us this Thursday. We're going to start 5:30 Pacific, which is half an hour before the debate starts. And the debate is 90 minutes. So that should be a good time. And then you'll probably catch me on Ballbusters. And we're trying to get a Dr. Disrespect stream, which might be Saturday. We're trying to work that out with Shock, where we're just going to go over all the drama and like look at all this. And before I sign off here, I want to give a big hearty fuck you to Shock for sharing the picture of Chris Tyson.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Sailor Moon.
I can't believe that. My childhood ruined.
You're disgusting.
Imagine it's 10 p.m. You're trying not to wake your mom up, right? Because you want to watch Gundam and Sailor Moon, and then this thing comes on.
And Sailor Moon?
Yes, they came back to back. And
I've watched like,
and then Shock came.
3 or 4 episodes of the Sailor Moon, right?
The robot fighting is what got me hard. It was the Sailor Moon that helped me sleep at night.
Okay.
To be fair.
It was the name that you mentioned. Was that the tranny Mr. Beast guy?
Yeah, the abandoned family.
Yeah, that guy's freaking
you didn't click the link, Shucks, just sent in the private chat.
I didn't see that there was a private chat link.
It's
I've been broken by Cloud.
Well, now I'm not going to click it. So
Shucks never done that to me before. Shucks never done that to me before.
Oh, that's right. 5:30 over there.
All right, I'll give you a cleanse. I'll give you a cleanse right here.
It better not be Pelosi.
No, it's not. It's not a cleanse.
I'm trying to wrap this shit up. You can set us the cleanse on the other side. Thank you to everyone who was watching. Kel, Julie coming in late. We had Codename Acid. Acid, it was good to see you. I had to take a leak when you showed up in the chat. There's Kel, BD Jake, my brother Steve, the douchebag was in here. Professor Savage Dad, Duke Devil, Paul Hadouken, Forking Around. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And until next time, have a good one.
Bye.
Good night.